if you're going to...
It's Nathaniel here again with Alex.
Yeah, second time in a row, double trouble.
Exactly. And today we're going to be talking about The Last Black Man in San Francisco, directed by Joe Talbot, starring Jimmy Fails, Jonathan Majors, Rob Morgan, Danny Glover, and yeah, that's all I can remember from the cast. Oh, and Finn Wittrock.
Yeah, there was a lot of names in there that really, as you were saying, we were talking about it. They're one of your favorite casts of the year because you make.
I think it is the best cast of the entire year, and that's what, like, keeping in mind Booksmart and Endgame and all of that. It's just, oh my goodness, I can't believe how good these actors are, and I can't believe how good this movie is. I absolutely love this film.
This, as you said, was Joe Talbot's first.
His directorial debut.
And A24, we were talking about that last video. Also, like, throwing Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird.
Greta Gerwig, of course. And, you know, like, as we were saying, Ari Aster. I think this is going to be a great start to a very fruititious career for this man, you know?
I mean, he showed a love for San Francisco, and a love... I mean, he's a white man. We didn't even know that.
That's the thing.
Like, this was an all-black movie.
It was about the black experience and gentrification and friendship and toxic masculinity. It hits on all these issues, and it's just so interesting the way they do it, and it's so beautiful. The cinematography, once again, like with Midsommar, like A24 keeps producing probably the best made films of the year. Between this and Midsommar, I really can't tell you which one is better. I mean, well, probably Midsommar, but still, like,
yeah, I agree with that.
At least on a technical level.
Well, the thing with this movie is the first 45 minutes, even though it's beautiful and it's shot beautiful, there's even a shot where it's like the camera's acting like a ball hitting somebody in the face. That was beautiful. That was early on.
Absolutely.
Just introducing the whole landscape and the world and all that stuff. But even so, the movie, like an hour and 15 in, it's just another monster.
I mean, it's like, I wouldn't say it's that bad. It just takes a while to get into.
No. I was invested the whole time. I'm just saying, we said this last time, the average moviegoer is going to be a bit bored if they're not really invested into the world.
Yeah, because there was like some guy next to us kept saying to his wife, "Is like, what's going on?"
Well, we also have to remember, like, we're saying that's not to offend anyone.
I know, but it was just kind of like, I don't understand why he didn't understand what was going on.
We were with a lot of older people too, and a lot of the...
Was he older?
Yeah, we were in the theater we went to was a lot of old people. He was
telling me about this.
Yeah, there was basically, without going on too long, is a lot of the language used is a bit of modern slang too. You got to remember that.
That's true.
So a lot of the things me and Nathaniel and I, we really picked on, like, because we understood what is going on. Like, also the actors in it, like the leads were all in their like 30s too.
I have to mention Jonathan
Majors.
I keep forgetting his last name. Jonathan Majors. I have not seen him in anything, but I think that he gives hands down the best performance of the year, and I think this man should be nominated for an Oscar.
Well, the whole movie,
I really do.
The movie relates around two black men named Jimmy and Jimmy Fails.
Jimmy Fails, who plays Jimmy Fails.
Yeah, he's playing himself, but like I guess a fictional version, so just the same name. And then Montgomery. I don't remember his last name, but Monty is what he's shortened as. And Jonathan Majors was incredible. Like, he was just there being a nice friend, letting I'm not going to give a lot away, but he's basically allowing Jimmy to live with him in his grandfather's house, played by Danny Glover. And you just see just a nice guy, and as the movie goes on and more stuff starts to happen, you see him evolve and turn into this just great friend, and just, the messages he sends out.
And that's the thing, there's a monologue he gives, which I think is hands down the best monologue in any film that's come out this year. And absolutely, I was on the edge of my seat. I was absolutely riveted every moment he spoke. And the way it thematically ties everything together, it's a juggernaut. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that stuff was going to go down because, I mean, every A24 movie, most of them actually have messages that...
I didn't know where it was going, though.
That's a good thing, though, if you really think about it, because you really didn't know, you couldn't predict what was going to happen next in terms of what the true conflict was going to be, because there was something in the beginning, like, I mean, homelessness is a big part of this movie, and you knew that was going to come back. Yeah, you knew that was going to come back towards the end, but you didn't realize the scape of how big it would become, and how the characters, all of them, it was not just one of them, it was everyone was involved and intertwined in this conflict too.
Absolutely, and it really speaks volumes to how powerful this film is. And the script, I think it's one of the best screenplays of the year. If it got an Oscar nomination, I wouldn't be upset at all.
I mean, there was a lot of subtle jokes, too. Like, some of the jokes fell flat, don't get me wrong.
It's just, I wouldn't say it was a very particularly funny movie, but like it had some good humor to it.
Yeah, there was a lot of lightening of the mood when like things were starting to get serious, and the movie was serious as a whole. Really thinking about it now,
it's definitely a drama.
Yeah, it's not a dramedy. It's drama with laces of comedy thrown in there every here and there. But it was just beautiful. Even the montages, the score.
Yes,
I mean, the
score. That's another one. I think the score is even better because we were talking about Midsummer. I think it's even better than that.
Well, another thing I love, like I'm a big fan of classic rock. You can tell by my Boston shirt, the band from the '70s, is they took bands from San Francisco, like Jefferson Airplane and Scott McKenzie, who wrote the famous. I mean, it's used in the movie brilliantly. San Francisco, be sure to wear flowers in your hair.
I love the acapella version of that, and that's the thing. They cut it within this montage. And it's just absolutely... Because even though you said the first 40 minutes drag, I wouldn't say it particularly dragged. I think it just took a while to get into. I think the editing is phenomenal. One of the best edited films of the year.
And what I mean drag is it takes about 45 minutes to really get the plot going. But that doesn't mean things aren't happening.
No. Like, as opposed to, like, a movie that I just saw recently, The Souvenir... That movie kind of dragged, like, it felt longer than the runtime, but I think this movie felt around 2 hours.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And the thing is, like, there was not a moment, even, as I said, the first 40 minutes, there's a lot going on. They show you every source of life in the San Francisco area that you're seeing.
It feels so vibrant, and in a way, it's kind of like this glorified version of it. And it's really, really, it's astounding how they set it up. I think a lot of that has to do with the cinematography and directing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, a lot of what Talbot showed in this film is a lot of social differences with culture, age, gender, all that stuff. Because there was one scene that stood out, and it was with
the one on the bus?
That was one of them, but there's another scene with the street musician, and I mean, it goes with the montage as well with San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it just shows how talented someone can be and still be living on the streets. And then you have people like the real estate agent in the film who is just like...
Yeah, that was one of my complaints with the movie. I felt Finn Wittrock was a bit of a cartoon character, but as you were saying.
But no, the thing is, it shows, like, even in real life, like, we're right near Manhattan. We see this all the time when we're walking. There are people on the streets who are homeless. They literally have nothing. And they have more talent than people that are living wealthy and just have money and all that. And it just shows the disparity with wealth and all that stuff in America. That runs true. I mean, even, I would say for the last 50 years, but it might be worse than ever today because, I mean, there's still things going on.
Well, absolutely.
More money's being passed around as well with government and all that.
Exactly. And that's why I love this movie, because it's beautiful, but it's also relevant. And I think that I hope to see, well, maybe not hope to see, but I really hope that this film grows with age and whatnot. But I definitely think this is hands down one of the best movies I've seen all year.
I would agree with you. I mean, it's only we're in July right now, so we still got the Oscars season.
I hope it holds over till then, at least for Jonathan Majors.
Well, Jonathan Majors is the one part of this film that we truly agree blew us out of our seats. I mean, Danny Glover was his same old self, just blind. Like
Rob Morgan was a great standout too. He had some really great scenes.
As Jimmy's father. Yeah.
But one of my problems with this movie though, it's kind of minor. But some of the scenes, first off, it took a while to get into it, but some of the scenes kind of felt misplaced, or just kind of I'm not sure why they were there.
One scene, real quick, and it means nothing to the story as a whole, it's just a nice little showing what they do as jobs, is when it was Jimmy, right? When he was in the hospital with the old woman, and literally the whole dialogue was 2 minutes that didn't need to be there, where he's like, "You're a good man, you're a good woman," and then they look at one another for a 5-10 seconds. Next scene means nothing for the rest of the film.
It really doesn't, but yeah.
I mean, it's beautifully shot. It's a nice message, but as I agree, there could have been more cuts, but it's 2 hours. It's not like it was 2:20, 2:25 where it was not needed. It was just some of those scenes might have been replaced with something a little more fulfilling for the story.
Well, with all that being said, what would you give it, Alex?
I would give it 8.4 out of 10. Still very good. I would say that Midsummer, I mean, we just saw that. I gave that an 8.7. I enjoyed that a little more personally because of my personal tastes. But it really is something you gotta see, and you're gonna get emotional towards the end. It really is.
It is, yeah.
It hits home because
mesmerizing.
It relates to a lot that's going on in America, and I'm sure other countries as well, and cities and towns.
I liked it a little more than Midsummer, but I'm going to give it the same score of a 9 out of 10. I really love this film. I can't wait to revisit it. I'd love to show it to my mom. It's one of those movies I'd be like, hey, you gotta see this. You know?
It relates to everyone, even though some of the messages you want to ignore, because that's what a lot of people do when they deal with hard problems and stuff and adversity. They just ignore it. But this is one of those movies you just gotta sit down and realize it's happening. We gotta do something about it.
Well, all right, guys. That was our review for The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Not sure what I'll be seeing next, but
maybe The Farewell. We've been talking about
The Farewell. I'm definitely excited for that, and of course later this month, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood comes out. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. And Alex, thank you for joining me.
I mean, we're going to be together in Oswego for the real deal.
So you'll probably see this guy in more videos.
More. Me and Nathaniel together, our beautiful faces. And it's been an A24 week. I'm glad that Nathaniel's been here. It's been a fun movie week.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this channel, great to be on. Looking forward to more in the future.
All right. Take it easy, guys. See you later.